Hi Aquarius, Sun, Moon, and Ascendant. This is Dane, and I'm going to be doing your December 1st to the 15th, 2022 reading for you. Now I ask if this reading resonates with you. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. If you're interested in any of the cards that I'm using, they will all be listed in the description box below. Now before we begin this reading, let us clear the energy space, raising our own energy vibration, and releasing any negativity. This cleanse and meditation will be accompanied by a loud sound. So take a nice deep breath in, exhaling whenever it feels comfortable for you. Releasing all negativity from the body like storm clouds. Letting yourself feel calm, centered, and at peace as we enter into this safe and loving space. Now before we begin the reading, let us ask God, Source Spirit, however you see the divine, the universe, to bless us, to let peace, harmony, and love guide us, to keep all that is hateful and hurtful from us. So let's see what energy we need to be mindful of during this time. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly. We have the lady. Now, it can be beware the mother, okay? We can have problems with our mother or our mother-in-laws, or we can just also find it being very stressful being a mom and, having to be in charge of all these different things. But there's also a sense here, taking out of the realms of motherhood, that it's like be mindful of what you're creating and be mindful of the energy that you are putting into things, how much of you are putting into things, because you're draining yourself and it can be very overwhelming. So just be aware of this. It can also be you're caring and nurturing just a bit too much, And there's a need to kind of let go a bit. Let go and see what happens. It'll be okay. And even if it's not, they need to see what falling and failing is like. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly. Angels and spirit guides. Angels. Ooh, goodness. Okay. And spirit saying that, not like falling and failing and it all being terrible. It's like falling and failing and you still being there. It's like it's a safe fall and fail. Okay, so we have the Lovers. We have the Eight of Pentacles. The Empress coming through. Now is a very positive card, so we have the positive and negative aspects of it coming forward. We have the Page of Pentacles, Earth sign energy, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. The Lovers also represents Gemini energy. And we have the Six of Pentacles. So there's a real sense here of needing to embrace our passion and what we love and what we desire and letting that come forward in our lives in a very real way, in a very powerful way. Now, we've been working very, very hard. And what we have been creating, we've wanted, worked for, and desired for a really, really, really long time. And there's an intensity to that that's coming here. But there's also a sense of all work and no play is not going to be good. So just be mindful about this. Also be mindful of the way that you want things to move forward. Nothing is necessarily going to happen exactly the way that you imagined it. So that can be something that's rather intense for us to understand or overwhelming for us. So be aware of this, because there's a sense of having something so set in our heads, and the reality of it is quite different. It's not a bad different, it's just different. So just be aware of this. With the Page of Pentacles, we're planting seeds. We're learning how to cultivate and have things grow. We're also learning how to put things into balance. Things haven't been balanced. We haven't felt balanced. And there's a sense of harmony coming forward. But it's harmony after knowing what doesn't work, what isn't right. With the Page of Pentacles, there is a real sense here of what do I desire? What do I want? What do I need? Where do I want to be? We're looking at things, and we're looking at kind of what sparks our fancy, what we want to be investing our time into. Because it isn't just like investing our money or, looking at our money. It's looking at what we value as much as money. And it's looking at what we desire and where we want to be. There's a sense of I'm lifting back, like she's lifting up the mask. She's not only showing herself, but she's seeing so much more clearly than she can through the mask. So there's a sense here of like I'm seeing things so much more openly, so much more honestly than I have before. It's about money, it's about prosperity, it's about what we desire individually and as a group. There is this aspect, again, of motherhood coming forward. Now, it doesn't have to be of being a mother. It can be of creating and cultivating. It can be, writing or running a business or, even just being a part of something that takes a lot of your energy and time, and you are nurturing it and nursing it forward. There is so much of you that you're giving, but there's also so much of you that you need. There needs to be that balance here, because I do see it as not a fair give and take. So just be aware of this. It's not a fair give and take. It's like you're giving and giving and giving, and if the cup is depleted, like who's going to fill up that cup? Because it's still going to be expected to be you, because you're the one who gives. And there's a sense here of I can still be loving, I can still be nurturing, I can still be caring, but I can also have my lines. I can also say no to things and it be okay. With the 8 of Pentacles, there is so much that we have been working towards. And there's so much that we've been pouring ourselves into. That's where this energy goes in. It's like there's so much that we're pouring ourselves into that we need to acknowledge it. We need to acknowledge that we need time to rest. We need to acknowledge that it's not going to be perfect. There's a sense here. It's like, I want it to be perfect. I want it to be just so. And there's a need to let that go, because it's going to be balanced. It's going to be harmonized, but it's never going to be perfect. We need to embrace our passion and what we love. We need to let our heart and our joy shine. It's been a very long time since we have. And it's going to be important for us individually and personally to do so. And there's a real sense here of like, I need to embrace what I love. But there's also a sense of embracing the whimsy of the voice. Like reading books or watching movies or playing video games or like just laughing, doing fun, goofy, silly things that raise your energy vibration and let you be happy, let you be you. There's also a connection to things that make commitments. You're going to really like that. It's like the swans that mate for life, or barn owls, or, those animals. Those are the two that come off the top of my head that stay together. And there's a sense here of like, I've made a commitment to what I love and what I desire and what I need. And it's even just the commitment, because Gemini energy is twin energy, to loving all sides of me, both parts of me, the me that everybody accepts and the me that I don't show to everybody else. It's kind of like the shadowed self and the self that sees the light of day all the time. I'm embracing me. And that's important. There's a sense here of love, and there's a sense of harmony, but there's also a sense of beauty. Let's see. Let's go deeper. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly. Angels and spirit guides. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. So I love that you have the Emperor and the Empress. You almost had them like on top of each other, which would have been such a huge connection coming forward. That could be, there could be a marriage coming forward, or a love affair, or, just this soulmate connection. And it doesn't have to be romantic or sexual at all. It just has to be this intensity moving us forward. So there's a soulmate connection, true love connection coming through very, very powerfully. We start with the Ace of Cups and the Lovers. The Ace of Cups is the minor arcana Lovers card. It's healing, beautiful love. There's something about love here. There's something about passion. There's something about, connection and beauty and truth that guides us in a way that we hadn't expected. The Ace of Cups is a healing. And the Lovers is our heart healing. And that's going to be huge. It really is going to be huge. It moves us to the Emperor. It moves us to our passion and our determination working. There's a feminine side of us and a masculine side, like the twins, right? Feminine and masculine. And we might be having a bit of difficulty with the feminine side. Even if we're more comfortable in that feminine energy, there's a metamorphosis happening. The masculine side, the side that gets things done and is more kind of like succinct, that's going to be a little bit easier for us. So even if it's not natural for us to embrace, it is going to be an easier energy for us to understand during this time. It's going to be a lot more clear. So be aware of this. The Eight of Pentacles with the Emperor. We're determined, we're focused, we're insightful. We're opening up doors in ways that we just hadn't before. And it moves us to a healing, beautiful love. That we're going to see that mother energy, that mother earth energy, that healing energy, that compassionate energy, that creative energy is healing. It's healing, and it just needs a good healing. It just needs to be acknowledged and cared for. It's almost like, I don't want to say you're taken for granted, because, I mean, that can be a bit harsh, but it does feel that way. It's like you're always expected to be there and do it, because it's just what you do. And though it's wonderful that you do it, you need to acknowledge that you don't have to. You don't have to all the time. And that's going to be important. You're embracing your heart and what you love and what you desire. There's a sense of release. There's a sense of beauty. There's a sense of being a little bit more sensitive and acknowledging that. But there's also creative power here. It moves you to the Sun and the Page of Pentacles. The Sun is the happiest card in the whole entire deck. Earth sign energy, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. You could have this within your chart, and there's a real sense of a power within you being unmasked, but you are embracing what you love and what you desire. There's beauty and tenacity and brilliance and fire and just light coming forward for you. There's a sense of an illumination. There's a mask being taken off. There's clear-sightedness coming forward. There's insight. And there's a sense, especially with money, with prosperity, with skills, with talents, it's like you're starting to see your worth. You're building something, slowly and steadily, but it's still being built. And it moves you to the Queen of Pentacles. And the Six of Pentacles, it's coming into balance. Very strong earth sign energy here, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. A sense of love and passion and desire. A sense of things coming into balance. A sense of, I have worked for this, and I'm embracing the energy. I'm embracing what is needed. I'm embracing what I'm seeing. And it leads me forward in a way that I hadn't imagined. And the Queen of Pentacles is somebody who's looked at as very rich, very powerful, very prosperous, very successful. And that is you. You have the Hermit here, and you have the Seven of Swords. You've been hiding away because of a lie. Now, it can be a lie told by a Virgo, because the Hermit represents Virgo. But it can just also be you've been hiding away from a lie, a hurt. Somebody who lied or stole or cheated in some way or another. And you've turned into yourself. And it can be that it was around the family, okay? Around what you were nurturing and caring for. Or around the business, what you were nurturing and caring for. And it was like you've had enough. And that scar, it ran deep, Aquarius. Now you're going to see that the lie, that the hurt and the pain, you're healing from it. It's not as intense as it has been. It doesn't mean that it's going to go away, because I don't believe our scars ever really do. But we learn how to work despite of them, how to heal and how to connect. And it makes us a little bit more compassionate, a little bit more humane to the world. All right. Our subconscious energy to be mindful of is the Eight of Pentacles. It's that energy that we're throwing ourselves into our work. We're giving so much, and we're going to expect a big return because of it. And yet we can find that it's not balanced. It's like they're just taking and taking, and we're still giving and giving, and it's like, what the heck? So just be aware of that. Our subconscious tarot energy is the Wheel of Fortune and the Eight of Cups. We're walking away from something, and there's a new season. There's a new beginning. We're walking away from what we once thought we would love. And now things are really changing. We're going to be surprised by it. We really are. But it's going to be important. So just remember this. It's like this change is powerful. This change is beautiful. This change is intense. But it's a new season. And we might not be ready. It's like, it's not perfect yet. Like, how can I be moving forward? It's like, no, it's time to move forward. It's good enough, All right, Aquarius. I hope this reading has resonated with you. I wish you nothing but light, love, peace, and happiness. May harmony always be with you. I am sending loving and healing energy to each and every one of you. I love you all, and stay safe. Let's end this reading with a meditation, a clearing away of negative energy, a raising of our positive energy as we embrace the power, intensity, and beauty of this time and of ourselves. So take a nice deep breath in, exhaling whenever it feels comfortable for you. May you move forward in peace and in harmony, Aquarius. And may blessings, prosperity, and abundance always be with you. God bless.